The New York City street where a parking garage collapsed, killing one person and resulting in 5 others pulled from the structure, remained closed a day later Wednesday, as investigators have yet to disclose the suspected cause behind the building, reportedly with 4 active violations suddenly caving in by Lower Manhattan's financial district. At a press conference Tuesday, NYC Department of Buildings Acting Commissioner Kazimir Vilenchik described how drone footage showed how the 4-story building on N Street, between Nassau Street and William Street, all the way pancaked, collapsed all the way to the cellar floor. He acknowledged that an active violation on the building dated to 2003. The building's commissioner said an application was filed in 2010 but did not indicate whether the violation was corrected. There are some active permits on the building, one related to electrical work on the premise, Vilenchik added, promising more details at a later time. Our engineers deployed and currently checking adjoining buildings and observing footage from drone pictures to identify possible reason for collapse, he said. We are going to continuously review and research property profiles to understand history of the building, certificate of occupancy, and all other records, and I will update this information. NYC Department of Buildings records show that the parking garage located at 57 N Street had 19 violations that had been completed or defaulted on and another 4 that remained open, requiring a certificate of correction. WABC reported that the same parking garage, owned by 57 N Street Realty Association, based in Great Neck, New York, had 64 violations with the Department of Buildings dating back to 1976. Fox News Digital reached out to the buildings department on Wednesday seeking clarification. FDNY Chief of Operations John Esposito told reporters at the scene that there were 6 workers in the building when the garage collapsed around 4 p.m., a few blocks from City Hall and the Brooklyn Bridge, and about half a mile from the New York Stock Exchange. 4 of them were transported to the hospital in stable condition. 1 person died, and another refused medical attention. He detailed how a couple of the concrete slab floors collapsed, crushing some of the cars that were inside, prolonging operation. FDNY believed everyone was accounted for but still continued to check if anyone was inside the cars. Both Esposito and New York City Mayor Eric Adams noted a robotic dog and drones were sent into the structure when firefighters had to be pulled out. This was an extremely dangerous operation for our firefighters. We responded to a call of a collapse in the building. We had firefighters inside the building conducting searches. The building was continuing to collapse. We made the decision to remove all our people from the building, Esposito said. We deployed our robot dog into the building, they were able to give us a video inside, and then we were able to fly our drones inside to conduct an assessment and conduct searches. The great part of that is we're able to use the technology to get information and reconnaissance without putting our firefighters' lives and our first responders' lives at risk, Esposito added. Esposito said 1 worker trapped on the upper floors was conscious and alert enough to move around and call for help. Firefighters pulled him out across the roof to another building. NYPD Key Chance Sewell said a nearby Pace University building was deemed unstable and evacuated after the parking garage collapsed. At this time, we have no reason to believe that this is anything other than a structural collapse. Obviously, that investigation will continue, Sewell added. Vilenchik also said the certificate of occupancy for the building was issued in 1957 to be used as a parking garage. Plans for work were filed in 2010 for the installation of an auto lift. Adams stressed how the buildings department would be conducting an assessment to determine if any active violations against the garage remained. All of that will be part of our review. We didn't have any filed 311 complaints on the building. And as the acting commissioner of DOB indicated, it is always going to be part of the review exactly what happened here, if there was no open violations on the structure, Adams said.